Grand Reborn, and salute to the real ones out there. It's your boy, the Advocate, and today I want to talk about psychedelics. So, in my last video, I told you guys that I had a psychedelic experience, and I took ayahuasca. So, this is my disclaimer, just to get this out the way. I do not recommend anyone take any psychedelics if they are not mentally and spiritually prepared. Again, I do not recommend anybody taking any psychedelics if they are not mentally and spiritually prepared. Now, with that being said, if you do find the urge, the need, or the want to take any psychedelics, this is what I'm making this video for. All right. And let me be specific. When I'm talking about psychedelics, I'm really referring to ayahuasca, DMT, peyote, bufo. I wouldn't say too much mushrooms. It really depends on the dosage. I know people that take, small dosages of mushrooms and they function well. But depending on the dosage, they could be just as powerful as the psychedelics that I mentioned earlier. So it just really depends. Basically, it breaks the limits. For any psychedelics, you just have to really be prepared for it. That's all I would say. But, if you do decide to take it, my advice and my experience is just be prepared. Just be prepared. And what I mean by that is be prepared to change your perspectives. Be prepared to challenge your beliefs and be prepared to grow, because that's what those medicines do, and I like to refer to them as medicines because, in my opinion, they do help, in some fashion, they do help. All right. So I know that we're all on our own individual journeys and we all have our own individual experiences. And you would definitely find that out if you do decide to take any of those plant medicines. You will find out. For me, I felt that I was at a certain understanding and perspective on my journey that when it came across my path, I knew it as to be a sign for me to take. And I was right. You know, um, I would say that the energy that I was in last year, it made me experience the psychedelics in a different way. So when I did have my first experience, my visions and things that I was seeing under the medicine, I really couldn't truly understand. Um, it took me just a couple of months, and like even still now, while I'm still piecing some of that first experience together. The second experience, this is a whole, it's a whole thing. But how I see and perceive, for instance, ayahuasca, I see it as a multi-level plant medicine. And why I say that is because that medicine works on so many different levels at one time. So, for example, when I was taking the medicine, you know, I would say that I set my intentions on what I wanted to find out, what I wanted to know, what I wanted to get from the medicine, right? And some of the things that I saw, some of the things that I experienced wasn't necessarily around what I perceived to be my answers. But months later, as it unfolded, um, some of those answers became clear. And then some answers to certain things that I wasn't even aware of, that wasn't even in my intent, was answered as well. So that's what I mean. It's working on a soul level, you know what I'm saying, with that medicine. Um, I mean, man, it just really changes your whole perspective, man. Like, it's all about growing, and for me, when I did take that, I could say the benefit of it, it helped me release a lot of trauma. I mean, after I took the medicine, I would say about that whole week after I took it, man, I was super emotional. I was super emotional, man. I mean, I was bawling. And sometimes I would wake up and I was just crying for I didn't know, for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I would just wake up and I would be crying for no reason. And I'm like, what's going on? And I'm talking about like crying, snot nose, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really emotional. And I understand it was just releasing so many of my traumas, man. And not just my traumas, my ancestor traumas, my traumas from my past life. It was releasing a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that to me is a benefit. It's a benefit, man. And I truly feel that energy now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've let so many things go. I see things from a I see things from a totally different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm more open to growth. I'm more open to information, man. You know what I'm saying? Like on a whole nother level. You know, we say that sometimes, but we really don't understand how powerful that is when you are receptive to other people's perspectives. You know what I'm saying? I was in a mindset where before I took the medicine, I was just so focused on my journey and my perspective. You know what I'm saying? But this medicine, after I took it, it made me understand that even though I'm on this individual journey, that it is a collective here. It is a collective mindset, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of your color or whatever, man. We're all entangled. You know what I'm saying? And if anything happens in this reality, you know what I'm saying? All of us are affected by it. Regardless of those things, you are affected by it. So it let me appreciate other people's journey, other people's experiences. You know, I was a lot more open and compassionate with other people's experience and their journey. So for me, it's been beneficial because it let a part of my traumas go. You know what I'm saying? Like really release those things. And I'm not sure how it is with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But for me, when I release certain things, I just feel different. You know what I'm saying? Like actually really heal those traumas. And I felt different. And that's and that's how I feel today. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was a healing on another level. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. I have to say this and I have to be honest with you guys. You don't need plant medicine to do any of the work that you need to do. Um, I dedicated myself from 2017. So I would say for about a year and a half of just doing Kundalini meditations. I would do it twice a day. Um, at max, it'll be about an hour and a half meditations, but nothing under 45 minutes. And I would do this every single day for about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? And until in 2018, I had a Kundalini awakening. Okay. Now, just to keep it simple, you know what I'm saying? I know people sometimes use the word Kundalini and we understand it, but sometimes certain people don't understand what that word really means. So for anybody who doesn't understand, what I'm saying is Kundalini is it's an energy that's based in the base of your spine. Okay, so it's only energy, and once it's awakened and it starts to rise, it will start rising. This energy will start rising into your spine, and then it will eventually head into your head. Okay, so that is the process of a Kundalini awakening and Kundalini rising. And when my Kundalini was awakened and it rose in 2018 in December, I felt magical. It was a magical situation. Now, anybody that has ever had a Kundalini awakening or a Kundalini process where they did raise Kundalini, it is a painful process. It is something that you would never forget. It's not a normal meditation. You would definitely feel it. You would definitely feel it. It hurts, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because it raises in your body. You never had that awaken in that lifetime. So it really does hurt, man. So if anybody out there that has truly had a Kundalini awakening, you know what I'm referring to. But the reason I bring that up is because after my Kundalini was awakened, I've had an experience, and I wouldn't say it was an out of body experience. I would say it was more like a outer soul experience, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was profound. And I took ayahuasca twice and I had magical, I mean, unbelievable experiences. But the experience that I had just by doing the work and raising my Kundalini was more impactful to my journey than these psychedelics. So that's what I'm saying. You don't need psychedelics to do the work. Okay? I'm saying they help you on your journey with different things that you may not be aware of. So it's only adding to the assistance and to the help of your journey if you decide to take it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need to take it, is what I'm saying. Because if you're not mentally and spiritually prepared, it could really affect your day-to-day living. And that's what I'm saying. Because when I was going through this, some of the things that I wasn't aware of because I was in that energy was affecting my day-to-day living. And that's what I'm saying. So if I wasn't where I was mentally and spiritually, I can see how a person would go off the rails after taking psychedelics. That's what I'm saying. You know, and the more and more that psychedelics become mainstream, and I know people are on YouTube and doing research and they're hearing these terms, ayahuasca, and they seeing people's experiences and they want to jump on it. They want to be a part of it because, you know, most people are doing it. What I'm saying is, man, really sit there and really be honest with yourself and see if you're really ready for it. Because some people say they're ready for it, but I don't know if y'all really ready for it, man. That's what I'm saying. You have to understand that, man, because I thought I was at a certain level of understanding with certain things, and I wasn't even ready for some of the shit that I was seeing and experiencing. That's what I'm saying. So that's just my advice, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it benefits you if you take it on a journey and you really are prepared and you don't have any sort of limitations on your beliefs and your perspectives. I think it would definitely help you. I think it would, man. I think it would. I know it will help you. I know it will help you. But if you have certain limitations where you don't want to grow and you don't want to challenge your beliefs and you don't want to do any of those, it's going to make your day-to-day life much harder. That's what I'm saying. Because you're not going to be able to decipher what is real and what is fake. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. So I just want to talk to you guys about that, let you guys know my opinion about psychedelics. And, you know, like I said, ultimately it's up to you. You on your journey. Just know we all have different experiences. So, you know, you taking a medicine versus myself or anyone else, it's going to be different. You know, I'm just letting you know that I would recommend that you be spiritually and mentally prepared. That's it. So I just wanted to drop that on you guys, man. Hope everything is going good. Salute to the real ones. Peace.